First alert forecast.
A very dynamic spring storm system is underway to our west, into the upper Midwest, with several severe, few tornado warnings in effect right now in northern Iowa, southern Minnesota. This is a part of the same system that's headed our way into late tonight and tomorrow. But the good news is the timing does not seem to suggest a very prolific severe threat locally. Could still see some isolated stronger wind gusts, stronger storms, but nothing like what is expected to unfold over the next couple of hours in the upper Midwest, just south of Minneapolis. You can see a warm front continues to trail northward, and it's right along these warm fronts that you would expect some more lift, some more instability, and even some spin. Warm fronts, when they start to kind of glide northward into our region with a lot of moisture, those are the ones that kind of get us a little nervous, because that's when you start to see some rotation. In fact, in early April, when we had that what was kind of locally a little bit of a tornado outbreak, it was right along those warm fronts that those occurred. Now, there's that cold front too that will be passing along with it. That is what's going to move through our area tomorrow, mid-morning to mid-afternoon. Because it's coming in so early, we do expect a more muted threat. And you'll see that here on Future Track. Generally, between about 6 and 8 a.m., we will see a few scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. This is ahead of the main cold front, but as you can see, some spotty storms, like in northern Huntington County, western Whitley County, could have some downpours, some small hail, maybe some brief gusty wind. That tracks through Adams County at about 9, 10 a.m. And then as this, just ahead of the cold front, these showers stream north and eastward, we will see intermittent rumbles of thunder and downpours into the mid-morning and very early afternoon. During this time period, we don't really expect any severe weather. There could be an isolated strong storm, so it's good to download the First Alert 21 Alive weather app just in case. You can, of course, not only view the radar there and the current conditions, but we send out push alerts as well. You would also receive those severe warnings that are also given as push alerts, and you receive them at the same time we do. So that's also good to have in handy tomorrow afternoon. As we head into about 2, 3 p.m., that is when the cold front finally starts to slide through Indiana. Now, it really gets going midway through the area, so from about Fort Wayne south and eastward. That is why we don't expect locally for this to be a very prolific event. The cold front would need to start probably about 150, 200 miles north and west to pick up steam before finally getting here. In this scenario, which seems most realistic because it mirrors a lot of other higher resolution scenarios out there, we are looking at that front initiating right through Fort Wayne and areas south and east. So could still see a few isolated storms, I'd say early tomorrow evening into places like Adams, Van Wert counties. But most of that activity is off to our south and to our east, with a few more scattered showers arriving late Wednesday into early Thursday. The severe risks for tomorrow look relatively low. Low tornado risk, low hail risk. Could see pea to dime-sized hailstones, though. About 60-mile-per-hour wind speeds in any one of those isolated storms, but isolated flooding also looks like a pretty low risk. All told, wind might be the bigger chance, I suppose, of any sort of severe weather risk associated with it by tomorrow morning. Here we are, about 11 a.m. to noon, with that cold front just on our doorstep, and then through mid-morning, through the mid-afternoon, that cold front passes. We're back down to the 60s after getting to right around 80 degrees tomorrow morning. By about 7 p.m., temperatures will drop about 10, 15 degrees for much of the area. That's the power of a cold front, mid-60s likely Wednesday. In the wake of that front, another warm front lifts northward Thursday, bringing with it a few more rumbles of thunder, some scattered showers. The severe risk, though, looks low. And then another cold front passes through late Thursday into Friday. That'll drop the temperature down to the mid-60s again. And then the weekend, early next week, looks absolutely gorgeous. We will see sunny skies for the first weekend of May, with highs in the upper 60s by Sunday, low 70s by Monday of next week.
Safe to say something for everyone.
Yes, absolutely, and a good amount of sunshine.
Good amount of sunshine. The April showers, they say, bring May flowers, and the first weekend of May is a beautiful time to check out some of those flowers, like at Foster Park.
Absolutely, they're gorgeous there. Matt, thank you. And